I just met this guy. Like 5 minutes go by and immediately he's complaining about this and that and all the other stuff and this sub and that sub and this, the owner, whatever. And I'm like, holy cow. Like you're just that open with this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are you just wanting, like, you're just crying for help? Like, what's going on? And he's like, yeah, this is like the worst job that I've been on in 7 years of my time in industry.
You know, are you finding blame? Or are you finding solutions, right? It's like having that mindset of like, this may be out of my control, but how do I take more on, or how do I get more help, or how do I ask for help? I mean, I think those things are not talked about enough, especially in construction. It is, you know, the bad drawings are the problem. Well, no, it's the people that put those together and then the people that took them and didn't ask any questions. There's a lot of people involved in that process.
Ownership is a big part of that too. Like if we're talking like spec ops or any of these other, like, of course, like we have to go to Jocko a little bit, right? But like, I mean, taking ownership over your part of the problem is something you don't ever see. It's just push it back, blame everybody else. And like, that was evident to me when I stepped out on that project is like, yeah, but what role are you taking in this?
Yeah.
Like, what role have you had in making this job a living hell for everybody that's on it?
Right.
You know, and we're just completely oblivious to the fact that we play a part. And so I love that mindset of like, and I've yet to see that where trades are going out and helping like the other company, you know, just being like, yeah, let me give you a hand with that. You need some extra, you know, people to help you move this stuff over here. You just don't see that.
There's a Epictetus quote. It's like, the true man is revealed in difficult times. And like, I think about that a lot when things get hard at my house, at my work, when I'm traveling. It's like, how do you kind of step up and make sure you're taking care of business? Like, because now is the time, not when it's easy. Anybody can go run and do stuff when it's easy. It's like when it's hard.
It's like a lot of times I feel like people will hear that and be like, I got to take charge. And they just start screaming and yelling. And like, that's not at all what we're advocating. It's like, no, take charge in the right way. Step up and do what's right.
Go start picking up the trash. Everybody else will start picking up the trash.
Yeah, that just shuts your mouth, right? You know, like just stop talking.
Yeah.
I think that soft skills, they are the hardest thing to cultivate.
Yeah, I mean, I think in my experience, you know, communication is a big thing. You know, communicating what you're doing, when you're doing it, what you're not doing, who you need help from. I think that doesn't happen enough. And if you think about, there's all these separate teams in the construction industry. Again, owner, architect, engineer, contractor, all the trades.
All the trades, yeah.
And so being able to communicate what's going on, I think is a hugely underappreciated skill. You know, reporting is something that we push heavily on with our clients in terms of getting information from the field. It doesn't matter how it's coming. Like, you want everybody's perspective. And the more perspectives you see, the more you can kind of mitigate risk and think ahead and plan for whatever's next. You know, a lot of the teams, especially the guys in the field, they get hung up on what they're working on now. They forget to think about what's next and what's like the big problem that nobody's talking about. And so I think those are things that just making sure teams are really working well together to communicate and provide their perspective.
Yeah, communicate the whole vision, not just the specific thing that you are doing in that moment.
Right.
And I see that all the time where it's like, what the heck are we actually building here, man? Like, you're just stacking bricks, you know, that's all we do all day, but we're not seeing the cathedral that we're actually putting together, which we talked about before. And that is so critical for getting people motivated, I think, is conveying that vision to them.